Dear audience, do you know that Prophet Muhammad describes his grandsons Al Hasan and Al Husayn as the leaders of the youth of paradise? In O-level Islamiyat examinations, questions about these two remarkable personalities appear regularly. In this lesson, you will learn their complete life, major achievements, the peace treaty of Al Hasan, the tragedy of Karbala, and the significance of both personalities for a higher scoring exam answer. Dear students, the question that we are going to attempt is write about the lives of Prophet's grandsons Hasan ibn Ali and Hussein ibn Ali. In the answer of this question, we will describe these points. First, introduction. Second, Imam Hasan. In this heading, we will describe these points: his birth, early life of Imam Hasan, Prophet's love with Imam Hasan, personality of Imam Hasan, services of Imam Hasan, and Imam Hasan as fifth caliph and his death. Third point is Imam Hussein. In this heading, we will discuss these points: birth and early life of Imam Hussein, love of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, for Imam Hussein, early services and participation in battles, life in Medina and refusal to accept Yazid, journey towards Kufa and Karbala, Battle of Karbala, family lineage, and fourth point is conclusion. Dear students, now we are moving to our first point, that is introduction. Need to write these points in your introduction in your own words. Al Hasan and Al Hussein were the beloved grandsons of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. They were the sons of Ali ibn Abi Talib, the Prophet's cousin and fourth rightly guided caliph, and the Fatima, the Prophet's daughter. The Prophet loved them greatly and often showed affection towards them. He once said, "O Allah, I love them, so love them." Both brothers became important figures in Islamic history and are respected by Muslims throughout the world. Second point is Imam Hasan. Hasan was the son of Ali and Fatima and the elder of the three grandsons of the Holy Prophet. He was born in Medina on 15th Ramazan in the third year of migration or 624 AD, where the Holy Prophet received the glad tidings of the birth of his grandson. He came to a house, recited Azan in the right ear and Ikama in the left ear, gave him honey. Hazrat Ali initially named his son Harb. However, when the Prophet Muhammad came to know about this name, he changed it and named him Hassan. On the seventh day, Holy Prophet celebrated his Aqiqah and sacrificed two sheep. The Prophet also ordered that silver equal to the weight of his hair should be given as charity. The first phase of 7 years of his infancy was blessed with the gracious patronage of the Holy Prophet, who taught him great qualities and adorned him with tolerance, intelligence, bounty, bravery, and teaching of the Holy Quran. Hazrat Imam Hasan immediately became familiar with the contents of the Holy Quran. Being the first child of his parents, he was beloved not only to his parents but to Prophet Muhammad. Dear students, there are many stories that demonstrate Prophet's love and affection for him, as he would play with him, carry him to mosque, Even them would rush in while Prophet was in crucial meetings. This was same as when Prophet used to be attached with his grandfather Abdul Muttalib. Dear student, it is reported that whenever Hasan would see Prophet in prostration, he would climb up on his back and start pinning, and Prophet would prolong his prostration in order to let him play as long as he wanted. Dear student, this paragraph is very important according to exam perspective. Once Prophet peace be upon him was delivering Friday sermon and he saw Hasan coming towards him. He stopped the sermon and came down to pick Hasan and gave him love. Once a group of Christians from Najran challenged the ideologies of Islam and they were not ready to listen to any logical answer. Prophet peace be upon him invited them for mubahala. Dear students, if you know what is mubahala, please explain in comments. Allah elaborates this in Surah Al Imran verse 61. Then whoever argues with you about it after this knowledge has come to you, say, come, let us call our sons and your sons, our women and your women, ourselves and yourselves. Then supplicate honestly together and invoke the curse of Allah upon the liars among us. Dear students and audience, Imam Hasan was a very pious and devoted Muslim. He spent much of his time in worship and prayer. Many of his night was spent praying to Allah and remembering Him. He also loved performing acts of worship and complete Hajj 25 times during his lifetime. His life is an example of devotion, piety, and obedience to Allah. Hazrat Imam Hasan was one of those who tried to protect Hazrat Usman, the third Caliph of Islam, against the attack of the rebels. For this, he sustained several injuries at the hands of the rebels. During Ali Caliphate, he took part in the Battle of Siffin and the Battle of Aisha. He also held charge of Baitul Mal. After the death of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, Imam Hasan worked closely with his father, Hazrat Ali, to spread and strengthen Islam. He was known for his wisdom, patience, and dedication to the Muslim community. When Hazrat Ali was martyred in 40 AH, the people of Kufa elected Imam Hasan as the fifth Caliph of Islam. However, at that time, the Muslim world was facing political divisions. Many Muslims in Syria supported Hazrat Muawiyah as their leader. Imam Hasan realized that a war between the two sides would cause great suffering and further weaken the Muslim community to prevent bloodshed and maintain Muslim unity. Dear students, Imam Hasan agreed to peace treaty with Hazrat Muawiyah. As a result, he stepped down from the caliphate for the greater good of Islam. Imam Hasan radiallahu ta'ala anhu himself explained his decision by saying, I have given up the caliphate for the welfare and unity of the Muslims community. Dear students, once while the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, was delivering a sermon in Masjid al-Nabawi, Imam Hasan was sitting beside him. The Prophet pointed towards him and said, this son of mine is a leader. Allah will bring peace between two great groups of Muslims through him. This statement became true when Imam Hasan gave up caliphate and made peace with Hazrat Muawiyah in 41 AH to prevent fighting amongst Muslims. Dear students, in 50 AH, Imam Hasan was poisoned and attained martyrdom at the age of 48. He was buried in the blessed cemetery of Jannah al-Baqi in Medina, near Masjid al-Nabawi. Dear students and audience, the most important lesson from Imam Hassan's life is that he preferred peace and unity of Muslims over personal power and leadership. His actions showed wisdom, patience, and concern for the Muslims Ummah. Dear students, third point is the life of Imam Hussein. Imam Hussein was born on 5th Shaban 4 AH in Medina. His father was Hazrat Ali and his mother was Hazrat Fatima, the beloved daughter of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. At the time of his birth, Hazrat Ali initially named him Hab. But when Prophet Muhammad came to know about this, he changed the name and named him Hussein. Prophet Muhammad showed great love for his grandson. He came to house of Hazrat Fatima, recited Azan in his right ear and Ikama in his left ear, and performed his Aqiqah on the seventh day after his birth. Imam Hussein was the younger brother of Imam Hassan. He and his brother were the beloved grandsons of the Prophet Muhammad. When Imam Hussein was 7 years old, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, passed away. After about 6 months, his mother Hazrat Fatima radiallahu ta'ala anha also passed away. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, had great affection for Imam Hassan and Imam Hussein radiallahu ta'ala anhuma. Once, while the Prophet Muhammad was delivering a sermon in Masjid al-Nabawi, both grandsons entered the mosque. The Prophet came down from the pulpit, lifted them, and seated them in front of him. The Prophet Muhammad prayed, "O Allah, I love them, so love them and love those who love them." He also said, "Hussein is from me. I am from Hussein. Allah loves those who love Hussein." Dear students, during the Caliphate of Hazrat Usman, Imam Hussein participated in military expeditions and showed great courage and bravery. He took part in campaigns in Africa and continued with other military activities. He also participated in battles in regions such as Khurasan, Nahavand, Jurjan, Tabaristan, and naval expeditions. Imam Hussein lived a peaceful life in Medina, following the example of his brother Imam Hassan. After the death of Hazrat Muawiyah in 60 AD, his son Yazid became Caliph. Imam Hussein, along with some respected companions, refused to accept Yazid's rule. He believed that leadership should follow Islamic principles of justice and righteousness. He tried to avoid conflict and wanted to prevent bloodshed, but the situation became difficult. The people of Kufa sent many letters and messengers to Imam Hussein asking him to come and guide them. They were unhappy with Yazid's rule. Imam Hussein left Medina and later Makkah for Kufa with his family members and supporters. His group consisted of about 72 people, including his relatives, companions, and his 6-month-old son Ali Asgar. On reaching Karbala on 2nd Muharram 60 AH, Imam Hussein and his companion established their camp near the river Euphrates. The governor of Kufa, Ubaidullah ibn Ziyad, refused to reach a peaceful settlement despite negotiations. Dear students, the forces of Yazid surrounding Imam Hussein camp and stopped the supply of water. The women and children in the camp suffered greatly from thirst and hunger. Imam Hussein group consisted of only 72 people. Around 30 were house riders. Around 40 was on foot. Many did not have complete weapons. They faced a much large army of around 5,000 armed soldiers. On the 10th Muharram 61 AH, the battle began. One by one, Imam Hussein companions sacrificed their lives. Finally, Imam Hussein radiallahu ta'ala anhu was martyred along with his family members and loyal companions. After his martyrdom, the women, children, and his ill son Imam Zainul Abidin were taken captive. Because of his great sacrifice, Imam Hussein Salamullah alayhi is known as Sayyidul Shuhada, means leader of martyrs. Dear students, next is family line aid. The descendants of Imam Hussein Salamullah alayhi continued through his son Imam Zainul Abidin. His line 8 continued through Imam Zainul Abidin, Muhammad al-Baqir, Jafir al-Sadiq, Musa al-Kazim, Ali al-Raza. Through this line 8, many descendants of Ahl Bayt, the family of Prophet Muhammad, are found throughout the Muslim world. Imam Hussein Salamullah alayhi sacrificed his life, his family members, and his companions for the protection of Islamic values. His courage, determination, and sacrifice at Karbala remain a lasting example in Islamic history. Dear students, our fourth point is conclusion. Need to add these points in conclusion in your own words. Hasan and Husayn were among the most beloved members of Prophet's family and are respected by Muslims throughout the world. Hasan demonstrated the importance of peace, unity, and selflessness by giving up power to prevent division among Muslims. While Hussein showed unwavering courage and commitment to truth and justice through his sacrifice at Karbala. Their lives continue to inspire Muslims to uphold Islamic values, remain steadfast in faith, and work for the welfare of Muslims community. Dear students and audience, for more videos on Islam O-Level Islamiyat, please like and subscribe this channel. Share this video to your those friends who are prepping his exam this year.